Dear God, first off, I want to thank you for creating me. Second, I want to thank you for giving me a chance to come back to the world to fix what I need to fix. I'm definitely heading on the right path. There's no doubt about it. But you know what? On the path, there's a bunch of snakes, a bunch of poison and venom that's trying to attack me and it's trying to hurt me. You understand? Whether it's gossip, whether it's immodest women, whether it's anger, whatever it may be, anything attached to sin is on that road trying to attack me. And you know when those things trying to attack me have no power? When I'm walking hand in hand with you, Hashem. When you're holding my hand and I'm just like a father, and you know he's walking with his little child, his firstborn. He's 3 years old. He's so proud of him. He's growing up. He can finally walk on his own, but the father's holding his hand and they're walking on the street together. That's how I want to be, Hashem. When I'm like that with you, when I'm that little kid holding on to your hand and walking, not the snakes, not the hurricanes, not the poison, not the gossip, not the evil marauders, not the highwaymen. Nobody can touch me. But the minute I leave your hand and I veer off on my own looking to see, hey, what's that? Or enticed to see, hey, what are they selling? That's it. That's when they can grab me. And then you have to come and save me. And how many times are you going to come and save me? Eventually you're going to tell me, yo, if you like to go chill over there, go chill over there. Well, why would you go chill over there when you have me, the God of the universe, the God of gods? You know all these idols that you people bow down to? Excuse me. He's the God of all those idols. But you know it's a joke. You're the God of those idols, because those idols are made of nothing. Wood and stone. What do we say in Hallel? They have eyes but they cannot see. They have ears but they cannot hear. They have hands but they cannot touch. They have throats but they cannot make a sound. And may their owners be just like them. But you get the point. Hashem is the king of the universe. And you better give him his respect, yo. I'm telling you right now. You know, I remember what's his name went on the Breakfast Club a long time ago. Respect my name. Respect my name. That's a person. You don't gotta respect the person's name that much. First, let's see who you are before we even give you respect. But that's not true. The Gemara says you should give everybody respect, and I like that. And I appreciate Hashem for putting that in my brain to correct it live, to let myself know. And that's why it's called Kica, Mika, Kica. Always remember the name Mika, Kica. Keep it classy always. I'm going to give you some great advice. If you were my daughter or you were my child, my son, and you came to me and said, Daddy, give me some amazing advice that will help me in life big time. So I never get into fights. So I always pursue peace. So I always be surrounded by good thoughts and positive energy. You know what I would tell my kid? I would tell them, you always get more with honey than with vinegar. That's what I would tell you. When you're dealing with your wife, when you're dealing with your boss, when you're dealing with your friend, when you're dealing with the security guard downstairs in your building, when you're dealing with whoever, keep it classy always. And part of keeping it classy always is you get more with honey than you do with vinegar. Remember that, yo. Remember that. I could pause right now for 20 seconds and let you marinate and meditate on that. That's how real that is, what I'm telling you, bro. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. And the meek will inherit the earth. You know who's the meek? The humble. It's not the weak. It's not the poor person that's half dying. Yeah, he'll also inherit the earth. But when it says the meek will inherit the earth, it means the humble. The humble will inherit the earth. Man, let me give you an overall synopsis of the last 2 months of what I've been studying so you can really get a good idea. Hopefully you listen to all my videos, but you know, like I always tell you, Hashem, I see 28 views, 11 views, 9 views. It's a joke, but I still put it out there. You know why? Because I know a day's going to come where everything's going to blow up in the perfect way. Like when Hashem wants it to really get out there, this page will be waiting for you. You'll get there, you'll listen, and you'll be impressed. And again, you will not be impressed by me. Yeah, maybe I could talk a little bit nice. I'm a little charismatic. I know how to speak a little bit. Yeah, no problem. But it's the product I'm selling. I'm selling the greatest product in the world. I'm selling the I'm not even selling it. I'm giving it to you for free. I'm promoting the greatest product in the world. You know what that product is? The wisdom and the knowledge of God. The everlasting, infinite wisdom of God. Knowledge comes from the word knowing. Ignorant comes from the word ignoring. So if you're ignorant and don't keep Shabbat, doesn't mean you don't know about Shabbat. It means you know what it is and you ignore it. Let me tell you something. In the Torah, it talks about karet. Somebody who breaks Shabbat will get stoned and get karet. His soul will get cut for eternity. Now, you see today, 1 million people break Shabbat, nothing happens to them. They come back again in Gilgul, another reincarnation. Could be 10 reincarnations, but eventually, if they don't fix it, their soul's going to get cut. But whose soul gets cut? You want to know whose souls get cut? The ones that go against God, dafka. You know what the word dafka means? In your face. On purpose. With no regard for Hashem. Those kind of people. You understand? You don't want to be like that, bro. Then you're going to get on Hashem's blacklist. And then it's going to be a real problem for you. Because when Hashem focuses on you to punish you, you better pray to Hashem that He's going to have mercy on you. And you know when He's going to have mercy on you? When you have mercy on God's children, then He's going to have a lot of mercy on you. But if you don't have mercy on God's children, you rude, you arrogant, you bossy, you greedy, you're always talking over people that nobody can get in a word because you're so rude that you have to always win every debate and every conversation. You're stubborn. You're prideful. Nah, we don't want that, bro. You see somebody like that, run away from him. Run away from him, I promise you, bro. He's attached to Gehenom. He's attached to Gehenom. I'm going to prove it to you because his ego is sky high, right? Yes. And what does ego stand for? Entering Gehenom officially. Think about it. Think about it. When a person gets mad, they get possessed by the devil. They're possessed by the Satan. Don't tell me no. Look at his face. It's all crunched up. He has wrinkles everywhere. His veins are popping. His eyes are beady. He shrinks. Why? Because he's fuming. Why? Because the stress is unbearable. Why? Because the devil entered his body. That's why. Don't be attached to the Satan. Like I said in one of my old talks, one of my favorite talks, just because of the name. Don't be knockout bait for the Satan. Knockout bait is like, I don't know, bro, if you're like the toughest dude on the block and like you see a nerd and you knock him out. That's what it is. Knockout bait. Don't be knockout bait for the Satan, bro. I'm telling you right now, because the Satan will eat you up alive, spit you out, eat you up again, spit you out, laugh at you, bury you, exhume you. You get the point. He won't stop, bro. He won't stop. It was like I was telling somebody today, telling my mom actually. I said sometimes people, the anger gets the best of them, and it's unfortunate because then they go too much. Like the nations. Hashem put us in the hands of the nations, made them punish us, but they went too far with it. They got arrogant with it. They made us suffer extra like in Egypt. So I said there was these two guys who got into a fight. One guy knocked the other guy out. The guy's on the floor, knocked out. So he gets on top of him, and he hits him in the face 15 times. Another one. And I'm looking, I'm like, wow, this guy is already knocked out, half dead. Why you need to get on top of him and hit him 15 more times? You're going to kill him. And then you hear the guy snoring. When you see someone get knocked out or hit their head, and right away they start snoring, that is not a good sign. So here, this kid 15 minutes earlier was playing basketball. They got into a fight over I don't know whose run it was or who had next. These two kids get into a fight. He beats the kid up, and now that's it. You won the fight. You could bounce. You probably won't even go to jail. It was a fight in the park. Nobody's going to call the cops. No. But then you hit him after he was already knocked out, and you killed him. That's what's called being possessed by the devil. You know what's amazing? If you're in a fight and you take an ashtray and throw it, the Satan will take that ashtray and tell God that you sacrificed it to him. It's deep. It's pretty deep, man. When you really think about it, it gets deep. Like the number 9. The number 9 stands for truth, emet. The number 9 is opposite the number 6. You know they say 666? So the number 6 is the number of lies. The 9 is the number of truth. So you see, if you take this 9 and you flip it upside down, it becomes a lie. It's a proof to show you that this world is upside down. Olam ne'elam. The word world in Hebrew is olam. The root of the word olam is ne'elam. Ne'elam means to conceal. It's telling you that God is concealing himself in nature. He's there, but you got to find him. You got to look for him. You got to look for him, but don't look too far. You know why? Because all you have to do is look up and look at the sun. Look at the moon. Look at the stars. Look at the order. Look at the emotion that you feel when you do something bad. Look at the guilt. Look at the joy. Look at the mountains. Look at the rivers. Look at the ravines. Look at the waterfalls. Look at the plants. Look at the animals flying. You're going to find him over there. All over there. You want to find Hashem? I tell you, go to the beach, but it's not such a good place to go to, even though it's gorgeous. But too much immodesty. But you want to find Hashem, you know where you're going to find him? There's a place on earth where you can find Hashem. Yeah. Oh, where? Oh, where? The Kotel. The Shekhinah is still at the Kotel. Yo, you think I'm tripping? Study like I study, you'll know that's true. 1,000,000,000%, the Shekhinah of Hashem is over there by the Kotel. So if you want to really find him, go over there. You'll find him big time. Big time you'll find him over there. But he's right here. He's here next to me right now. Somebody's going to come. A Rasha's going to come. Oh, what are you talking about? Prove it. I said, I'll prove to you that Hashem is with me right now. You know how I prove it to you? Because my heart is beating. Who makes my heart beat? Hashem does. That's how I know he's with me. That's why I answer the Rasha. Reminds me of the story with Rabbi Alazar. How we went to this ugly guy. He looked at him. He told him, Reka, you're empty, you're ugly. So the guy looked at him. He said, go complain to God if you have a problem with the way I look. Go complain to the one who made me. Right away, Rabbi Elazar, he felt bad. He asked him for forgiveness. He said, forgive you for what? Look how rude you are. Reka, how do you talk to somebody like that? Yeah, I'm ugly, but that's not my fault. That's how Hashem made me. Amazing, yo. And then he begged for his forgiveness. And the craziest thing is they were both walking to the same town. He was visiting, the rabbi was visiting, and this guy was walking into the town to do business. And everyone came to greet the rabbi, kissed his hand, bowed down to him. Rabbi, tzaddik, tzaddik. This guy looked at him and said, this is your rabbi? Shame on you. They looked at him, are you normal? This is Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai's son. What are you, crazy? How are you talking about him like that? So he told them the story. And Rabbi Elazar said, that's true. And I'm asking him for forgiveness and he's not forgiving me. So I think somebody there told him, listen, you want Hashem to forgive you when you die. So forgive. Don't hold. I'm sure you have things in your life that you need forgiveness for big time. Let it go, bro. And Hashem will forgive you just like you forgive the rabbi. He forgave him, and thank God there was peace. But it was a beautiful lesson of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai's son to teach us. Don't let the Torah get you prideful, bro. It's very easy. Trust me. You study a lot of Torah, you're going to have a lot of knowledge. If the Satan really wants to play with you, he'll make you get prideful. If you're smart and you know Hashem and you know that the message of the Torah hammered in your head for eternity, that's to be humble, you won't fall for that. But if you have a little bit of pride in you and the Satan sees it, he's going to use that. And you're going to study Torah and you're going to look at people like you're better than them because they're going to come to you, oh, please help me, please, I need help. You're going to think of yourself like you're a mini God. Oh, they need me, this, that. Bump that. Do that, the Torah will be a poison. It's amazing. Torah is such a beautiful lesson. At the same time, it's a tree of life. Grab onto it. And at the same time, it's the poison of death for those that use it for their own sake. You see, you have for God's sake and you have for your sake. Shabbat, you got to put Hashem first. I keep telling my mother, Mommy, you must keep Shabbat. No, I'm good. Yeah, you're amazing. You modest, you humble. Everything you good. But you're not keeping Shabbat. That's a problem. And you know what my mother says why I love my mother more than anything except for Hashem? I tell you why. And myself. Because it says, you should love yourself more than anyone. Then Hashem. First Hashem, then love yourself, then love your mom. That's really how it should go. Or your wife or whatever. But I'll tell you why I love my mom so much. Because when I tell her, Mommy, you being ungrateful to Hashem, He's asking you one day out of the week. He gave you 7 days. He's asking you for one day back. You can't give Hashem one day? Come on, mommy, you're not that ungrateful. No, you're right, but it's hard for me. This, that, the Satan. It's amazing how the Satan makes keeping Shabbat Gehenom. It's crazy how he does it. It's jail. You're not going to do it. You're not going to be fun. You're not going to see a girl. You're going to go to shul. It's going to be the boring. This, that. He's going to make Shabbat Gehenom. That's the Satan. That's the genius of the Satan. It's like I said the other day. What an analogy, but it's crazy because it's so true. You got to go hyperbolic. So like I said the other day with Chabad, if a guy came to, I was talking about how loving they are. So I said, Chabad, you could come to Chabad with a tattoo on the inside of your forearm that says, I hate Chabad, and they'll still give you love. That's Chabad. Now the thing with Chabad that I don't like, and I must say it, because if you say, you have to say everything and the truth. The one thing about Chabad that really frustrates me, I'm going to be honest with you, it's not even the business with the money. It's not even that they're tight-knit and that if you don't have a beard or look like them, they won't really accept you. None of that even is even coming to my brain. What bothers me about Chabad, at least the ones I saw, that they'll see you drive. I know this because it happened to me. Yom Kippur Shabbat with a broken foot. Ask Hashem if I'm lying. God forbid, I should never say that. I'm sorry, Hashem. Trust me when I tell you, yo. I drove to shul, Shabbat, broken foot, Yom Kippur. I walked in, they told me, Tzaddik. What Tzaddik? Mitzvah ba ba'avera, ain't no mitzvah. I just did a sin. I drove to shul. I didn't know. What did I know back then? I knew nothing, bro. Nothing, bro. Then I met a rabbi named Rabbi Yosef Mizrahi. I don't listen to him now, but 100%, he definitely put me on the right path. There's no doubt about it. Let me know about Shabbat, gave me good proof from the Torah, inspired me to get closer to Hashem. Without a doubt, I was already close. I like God, I had good wisdom, but wasn't studying deep, wasn't really getting closer to Hashem like I should be. Then I started to keep Shabbat. That's it. Like I tell everybody, bro, when I started to keep Shabbat, I had an inner peace that's very hard to describe, bro. Yeah, you could be at the club with 40 girls dancing around you, drinking champagne, listening to your favorite song, getting chills in your body. And I'll be at home studying Torah, and I'll be 1,000,000,000 times happier than you and more blessed than you. And some big Rasha will come and say, you're lying, you're not more happier than him. He's getting chills in his body. Look how happy he is. He's jumping up and down. I don't see you doing that when you study Torah. So I'll say to the guy, you're right. I'll give you that. Technically, right now, he is more happier than me. But it's not about happiness. It's about focus. I'm focused on life. He's focused on this material, temporal world. He's focused on filling a bucket with holes. I'm not focused on that. I'm filling the bucket and making that all the holes are sealed. You understand? I'm retaining that wisdom. I'm retaining that knowledge. I'm retaining life. And it's going to serve me well in the next world. So who's really more blessed, me or him? With all his fake temporal happiness. Plus another thing that you never talk about, Mr. Rasha, is that, right now, maybe he is happier than me technically, physically, right? Because you see him, he's dancing, he's jumping. Life is amazing. And you look at me, I'm chilling, relaxed, studying Torah. But what's going to happen 3-4 hours when he comes back from the club and he has a hangover? And then the girl that he's with doesn't want to leave. And his girlfriend is going to come and she's going to see him. And his whole life is going to get destroyed. And that's what it is about the Satan that makes him such a genius. When he shows you the movie, he's just going to show you getting drunk, having fun with the girls, and life is perfect. But he's not going to show you after when you get in the car tipsy and the girl's begging you not to drive and your ego is too big and you tell her, I got it. And then you make a left and hit somebody with the car. The cops come, you get arrested. Record for life. Now what? Satan never shows you that. It's very interesting how the Satan does it. A man goes to cheat on his wife, 3 beautiful daughters at home. He doesn't show him what's going to happen after. The alimony, the pain, the shame. The in-laws will never talk to him again. He's going to have a fight for custody for his daughter because the wife is going to make him look like a devil. That, the Satan will never show you that. You understand? He's only going to show you the beautiful part. It's just like these immodest women on the computer, bro. What a fantasy. Fake, evil, death. Cannot explain to you how evil. You know, I'll prove it to you that looking or being with women, immodest women, is 100% evil. 100% evil. And be careful, because Hashem will murder somebody for this stuff, yo. And I'll prove it to you. He does it because he has so much mercy and love that he lets it go. But I'll give you the best proof. Er and Onan in the Torah, they spilled their seed, right? Because they didn't want their wives to get pregnant. 100% check the Torah. It says, and they did what was evil in the eyes of God, and God killed them. Just like that. What more proof do you need? The immodesty, Hashem is now with it, bro. There's a verse in the Torah. If I come to a place and I see parts of a woman uncovered that should have been covered, I flee from that place. I will not come to this place. You have a mixed wedding. Half the people are naked. Naked, you know what I mean? Like half dressed, half naked. Hashem's not going to be there. Hashem will not be there, bro. You don't get it. I'll prove it to you that he won't be there. You know why? Because he's the symbol of snuah. He's the symbol of modesty. So the symbol of modesty cannot be at a beach chilling with naked women all over the place. Cannot be. Cannot be, bro. Cannot be. I don't care what you want to tell me. Bottom line is, immodesty when it comes to a Jew is something he has to be very... But to a Jew, to any human being, bro, what do you think, bro? Doing these sins on the computer or doing sins, cheating on your girlfriend. I give you just the most simple basic, because tons of people do it. Tons of guys do it, bro. Tons. The women would never know how many guys between the ages of 18 and 24 cheat on their girls. It's 90% of them, bro. Ask the guy for a guy right now. You're probably smiling it by yourself because you know it's real. 100%, bro. They all cheat. Most of them cheat. And it's scary, yo. It's super duper wrong, bro. It's a problem. It leads to a lot of things that can create a lot of problems, like STDs, sick, twisted, demented world. That's what I say for STD. But it could lead to a sexually transmitted disease, God forbid. It could lead to abortion, God forbid. It could lead to a murder, God forbid. Think about it. What murder? You going with a girl, you having relations with her, you met her at the club, you chilling, life is amazing. You both on drugs. What's the problem? The problem is it could turn into a murder, but you don't see it. The Satan doesn't show you that. He's just going to show you on the yacht with the girl, the moon is lit, the best kiss you ever had in your life, and everything is amazing. He's never going to show you what's going to happen after she gets pregnant. You guys are scared. She gets an abortion. Murder. Wasn't your intention. But when you go with things that go against God's will, and you get stuck to the devil, and that's stuck to the devil. When you have relations with a girl before you ever get married, that's a sin. I don't care. Even the goyim know it. Living in sin. You don't think they know? They know better than anybody they know. You go against Hashem, you're going to pay the price, bro. I don't tell you that to scare you. I tell you that because it's super real and I love you. Promise you. I'm going to say that again. I don't tell you that to scare you. I tell you that because I love you. If you were my kid and you went to go, I don't know, bro, in the subway tracks, go and touch the third rail, I would tell you, don't do it, bro. You're going to get electrocuted. It's a problem. That's it. It doesn't have to be to scare you. It's just telling you the facts. Now you have to be smart enough to know what to do. And I'm telling you, from God,
purchase your tracks today.
Follow the laws, fix your flaws. Follow the laws means keep Shabbat. Follow the laws means eat kosher. Follow the laws means ta'arat mishpacha. Follow the laws means do everything in your power to do ahavta recha kamocha, to love your fellow man like you love yourself, to be humble, to put your ego down and make peace, to always treat every single person as if they're important. Never, bro. 15 billion times I could repeat it and it will still not be enough. Put your ego down and make peace. Trust me. Keep it classy, always be. With the help of God, that's going to be everywhere, tattooed all over the universe, bro. Keep it classy, always. How? By humbling yourself in front of God. Look at yourself, bro. You could be the best looking dude or girl that ever lived. You're going to end up in the dirt with the worms and the snakes. What nobody told you? You ain't get the memo? Get out of here, bro. Use that beauty to bring people closer to God. Use that beauty to be charismatic and be a judge and bring peace to the people. The tribe of God, they were considered the lower tribes. Gad, Asher, Naphtali, Yisachar, Zvulun, because they came from the concubines. God was known for their acts of kindness. You know how we know? Because the word God, Gimel Dalet, is Gimilut Dalim. Chesed to the poor. That's what they were famous for. Yisachar was famous for studying Torah. Zvulun was famous for business. Asher was famous for his... What was he famous for, Asher? All I know is that if you look in the Torah, he got such a blessing. He was blessed with tons of children. Everything children, blessing, bountifulness, olives, intelligence. Asher was really blessed. Gotta go back and really check what he did that was so special. Because they each had their own little, quality that made them unique and special. This was the tribe of Israel. These were the 12 tribes that were comprised a nation that would lead the world as a bellwether, teaching them the difference between holy and unholy. If I was the president of the United States, I would make all adult movies illegal. I wouldn't say, no, they have a choice, let them choose. No, you know why? Because when you put yourself in that test, you're gonna lose. I don't care if you have a choice, a free choice to choose. You're gonna lose. So right away, we're gonna teach the people, you don't wanna do that. You don't even wanna do it. Not only would you not wanna do it, nobody would complain. People, I would put it in such a way that the people that make the X-rated movies, they'll complain. Because they'll lose money and they'll go nuts. I'm not saying no, but they deserve it. Bankrupt them. Amen. But the truth is, you yourself would choose. You know why? Because you would know it's not a blessing. It's bad. When I look at these things, it's not healthy. It's like throwing dirt on your brain, bro. I said that to somebody. It's like cracking your cranium and taking dirt from the street and pouring it on your brain. Disgusting. That's exactly what it's like. It's a poison. It's death. Better be careful. Because when the Satan comes with that, that's it. The ammunition is too much. You know it. How many beautiful women are there in the world? A lot. You understand? The Satan has a lot of weaponry when it comes to that. You got to be focused. Find one, marry her, be faithful, and watch your eyes. Absolutely, yo. Sagur enav vepiv. Such beautiful lessons inside the Hebrew alphabet. It's unbelievable. I told somebody today a couple of things dope for Biden, right? For Biden, if you really put the two words together, it's forbidden. Everybody that's for Biden does forbidden things. What do? Everything that a God says don't do, they do. Don't do an abortion, they run to do it. Don't do gay marriage, they run to do it. Don't steal from the rich and give to the poor, they run to do it. Don't have illegal immigration, they run to do it. For Biden, forbidden. Everything Biden does is forbidden in the eyes of God. Don't want to be attached. You want to be a Democrat? Go to the Democratic National Convention, jump up and down with a sign and that I'm proud to be a Democrat. They're going to play that at your trial. You're going to go to hell. You know why? Because the Democrats are attached to the devil. Democrat, demonic. They're demonic, yes. If you're a Democrat and you're a good person, I don't apologize to you. You know why? I tell you why. Because they stand for abortion, that's against God. They stand for gay marriage, that's against God. They stand for the Robin Hood mentality, that's against God. That's demonic, you understand? I don't care how nice you are, you're not fooling me. You're not fooling me. That's the knowledge of God. You look through all the fluff and deal with the root of the problem or the cause. And the root of the cause of the problem is America got very complacent, very materialistic, very fat and gross. Very lucky America. They have a lot of yeshivot. Me, I live in America. I'm able to teach Torah. For that, America gets a lot of blessing. A lot of yeshivot, a lot of people studying Torah, freedom of religion. America's blessed for that. And you see that. They help Israel with a lot of money and aid. 100% blessed, but at the same time, 100% cursed. Such a dichotomy, such a binary choice to either be... Like in America, it's very hard, bro, to get close to God. You know why? Because you could lock yourself in a room all day, study Torah. You put on the TV, you done. You go outside and listen to the people talk, you done. Yeah, you can't escape it, you understand? It's the culture, it's the way of life. Everything is big, everything is flashy, it's just the way it is. You have a choice. Even in America, you could be very humble and quiet, no doubt about it. I'm just telling you, it's not conducive to be a big tzaddik. I remember this one rabbi had me laughing. He was giving a list of what you need to be a tzaddik. So it was like when I first started to get religious, so I was listening to the list and I was thinking, oh, let's see if I'm a tzaddik. So he goes, if you answer no to any of these questions, you cannot be a tzaddik. So I said, okay, let's see. The first question was, can you drink tap water? So I said, then I remember the next question, this was the best. When you travel, do you need a special pillow with you? If you answer yes, you cannot be a tzaddik. And I'm looking and I'm thinking to myself, I travel with a special pillow. Cannot be a tzaddik. Do you need to sleep in a king-size bed? Yes, not a tzaddik. I said, wow. You see? What's a tzaddik? Tzaddik is somebody who's not addicted to this physical world. That's really what the lesson is. And it's a beautiful lesson to the whole world. Hashem knows it. I know it. Everybody knows it. I'll tell you a beautiful story. The Rockefellers, I heard this about the Rockefellers. They had a wooden table in one of his rooms. He had like this big mansion, tons of rooms. But nobody could go in that room. What was in that room? It was a wooden table with a white sheet. So there was a king, I forgot who he was, the king of Iran, king of Persia, whoever it was. He sent delegates to go see the mansion and see this guy's wealth. And they asked to go into that room, and he wouldn't let anybody in the room. And he's like, no, that room's off limits. So the delegates came back and their officers and ministers, they told the king, he's hiding something in that room. Go there immediately. So he sent a higher delegation. He wouldn't open that door for anybody. So finally the king personally came. He said to him, no, you can't do this to me. You're making me look bad. They think that you're hiding something from me. Please just let me look in for 1 second. He said, no, I'm sorry, I can't. The king was begging him. He said, don't force me to do something bad to you. Just let me see it. If it's no big deal, no big deal. So finally the guy acquiesced. He said, okay, open the door. The king walks in. He sees a table with a sheet. He said, this is what's in the room. What the heck? What's going on? So he said to him, every morning after I pray, I come into this room. You know why? Because it reminds me where I'm going to end up, in a box covered by a sheet. Sorry, no, in a sheet, because the body's going to be covered in a sheet in a box. Remember that in Judaism, the body gets buried naked, covered in a sheet. So it's going to be wrapped in a sheet in a box. So he told the king something interesting. He told him not only that, he said, do you know back in the day, the rich people that were really righteous, they used to have big wooden tables that they would feed the poor. You know what they would do with that table when they died? They would make that table their coffin. That's dope. That is dope. I'm sorry. That's taking it to another level, bro. I'm telling you right now, bro. Think about what I just said. They used it for their coffin, the mitzvah that they did in this world. They literally took it with them. That's dope. I remember one rabbi told me you cannot take a toothbrush in the grave. You understand? It's the finality of life and the beginning of a spiritual life. It's amazing. This is like the most amazing thing about life. Life, it's always like the yin and the yang, like two separate things. I'll give you an example. You put a seed in the ground, it decomposes first, and then it grows to a beautiful plant. So you see, within the same plant, it had to get rotten for it to become beautiful. That's what it is. You look at people, they're half good and half bad. Some are a quarter good and 3/4 bad. Some are 3/4 good and a quarter bad. You get the point. But everybody has a mix. It's such a dichotomy in this world. It's unbelievable, man. It's always like a balance. I don't know how to explain it, yo. It's Hashem made it like that. It's engrossed in nature. It's just the way Hashem makes it. Not everybody is perfect and not everybody is all bad. It's a mix. Remember that, bro. Next time you judge somebody, remember, as bad as he is, he has to have some good. If he's all bad, fine. Then he's a Rasha, no problem. But we talk about regular people, somebody you work with, a colleague, even your father, it could be annoying. Whatever it may be, yo, give them the benefit of the doubt, yo. And try to always be nice to people. Because it will serve you well, I promise you that, yo. Shabbat's coming up. Gotta bounce. I love you, Hashem. You know what time it is. I know what time it is. Bi'ito. And it's proper time. Remember, when the rain comes at a bad time, it could be a flood. Remember that, yo. It has to come at the proper time. And it's all about timing. And the timing right now is I got to this second and this point in my life to be able to keep another Shabbat. I talk about you blessed when you keep Shabbat. I'm blessed that there's another Shabbat to keep. It helps clean my sins. It helps bring me blessing. It helps protect me. You scared of COVID. I'm not. You understand? I respect Hashem. And I fear Hashem, not COVID. Like one guy said, I love it. Some black preacher, I saw him on OAN. What a speech he gave, this dude. And you know what he said? He told the audience, inhale God, exhale fear of COVID. Don't say exhale fear. You need to fear God. Remember that. But don't fear the policeman. Don't fear the lawyer. Don't fear anybody. Fear God.
Purchase your tracks today.
Reshit Chochmah Yirat Hashem. The foundation of wisdom is to fear God. You know better than King Solomon? Speak. You don't? And keep it classy and listen to the words of wisdom and learn from them. Fearing God is one of the most beautiful things you can do, yo. It's such a noble trait. It'll prevent you from sin. It'll show that you're grateful to your Father, that you're afraid to let Him down. So win, 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 win times infinity win. And on that note, I just want to say, stay away from sin and you win. Love you, Hashem.